During the creative marathon, in each new episode, we investigated some YouTubers to find out if they had ever cheated or not in Minecraft. Some creators were clean, while others abused the juice even more than Felipe Neto himself. The creative note contained many names. Today we finally reached the boss, VINICCIUS13. Today we're going to investigate 7 moments when, supposedly, the biggest Brazilian Minecraft YouTuber got involved with creative mode. Not just him, but also his loyal sidekick DaviGamerHD. And to show that I'm not kidding, take a look at this screenshot that exposes Davy using creative mode in Craft Games, his main survival series. In episode 168, during a time-lapse of him building trees, a message appears in the chat saying that he had entered creative mode. He probably ran out of some blocks during the build, or maybe he wanted to fly, and because of that he activated game mode. No joke, I've likely had this screenshot saved for around 4 years. This screenshot is as cherished as my first kiss, as I never wanted to lose this solid, unexplained evidence. In fact, if we look at the original video, we won't find this part anymore. I believe that, using YouTube's own tool, Davy must have cut those few frames where the creative appears, but our screenshot is eternal. Will childhoods be ruined today? Is there more to come? First, let's review the message that VINICCIUS13 personally sent us.
I just joined creative mode!
Huh? What, Vinicius?
Hey, you seem really busy right now, mine.
But anyway, man, I mean, Golart, the people who are reacting to this video here, man, I'll just say that maybe you don't understand how serious this is for the Minecraft community. It's really like something very serious. But anyway, just get your popcorn ready and enjoy, because today, at the end of this investigation, it's like VINICCIUS13 is Iron Man and I'm Thanos, and we're going to see who is really inevitable.
Here.
Run!
Destiny always arrives.
Case number 1. And to make this big dossier, let's start from 2012 until we get to the most recent videos of the legend. As Jack would say, let's take it step by step. Take it easy and no hate, please. This is just a fair game for entertainment. We've already had several suspicious moments like these two where, in slow motion, Vinicius13 is really flying. This has occurred multiple times, including with Davy, but we won't discuss that today as it's merely lag or visual glitches. The thing is, since the time of Felipe Neto, I've been getting a lot of comments saying that I cover for Vinicius or that I only criticized Felipe Neto, and now putting all this together, let's see if some of these points have any basis. It's obvious that they're very smart, so it won't be easy to find evidence as blatant as Felipe Neto's. Yes, we have 7 plausible cases to analyze. Nostalgically, we're now in 2012 in a video by a Portuguese YouTuber named Senhor Nick. Basically, Treze was invited to make an automatic door on the guy's map.
Hey.
Vinicius.
Hey, what's up? I got here crashing the little boat and everything. Now I'll have to pay for another one later.
During the video, Vinicius had redstone items like torches, pistons, and lamps, which appeared for the first time in the series. They might have mined off camera, but in the 4th episode, it became clear that cheats were enabled on the map. As the chat showed they used teleport, it's possible they used creative mode to obtain the redstone items. 2012 was different. They likely didn't worry about that, as this series was more roleplay, focused. VINICCIUS13 could be considered an accomplice, but charges will be dropped due to insufficient evidence. VINICCIUS13 remains clean for now. Case number 2. In the series In Search of the Automatic House, there was a controversial incident when it was leaked in the chat that the game mode had been changed. At the time, this generated so many comments that Vinny himself made a video responding to the accusations. Maybe some don't remember, but back in 2013, using creative mode was already considered cheating and always generated comments. And many fans of Nelipa used this excerpt to claim he was innocent, saying that no one was clean, including Paulo Vinicius. But is that really the case? Shall we give you some context? In the 2nd episode, about halfway through the 9th minute, Vinicius lies on the bed with his dog Thomas Turbo. With that, it was clearly leaked in the chat that he had entered creative mode a few times. However, people often overlook that the videos at that time had minimal editing and were posted almost entirely. In summary, watching the 2nd episode reveals little progression in the series. In this video, they just explore a pyramid in the desert, build a base, and mine. In today's fast-paced world, all of that would be shown in just 2 minutes. However, that wasn't the case back then. Watching it, we see that there wasn't anything too suspicious, so why would VINICCIUS13 have accessed creative mode? He explained and justified it himself in the next episode.
That was when I lay down on the bed here, guys. Some messages appeared in the chat saying that my game mode was changed. I didn't worry about it because I thought you wouldn't suspect me, like that I could have stolen something from creative mode. I could have cut that part of the video to avoid all this mess that happened. But, guys, I wanted to explain a little to you what happened, so you don't think I'm stealing anything from creative mode, right, Davey? We would never steal, because we're doing a survival series. We're not supposed to take anything from creative, guys. We're supposed to play in survival. That's what I promised you, guys. I'm going to do that. I'll try to build a house without using it. It's a challenge for me. It's not just to prove it to you. It's not just to please you. No, I have a challenge with myself too, which is to try to create something cool with redstone here in survival, and that's pretty much it. We used game mode just to take a screenshot, guys. We took a screenshot. To use as the video thumbnail, I had flown here and taken a screenshot of this field that we didn't even end up using. That I had taken here. We used one from inside this cave where I also flew in and took the screenshot. But it was just for that, guys, just to make the video look nicer. The video thumbnail looked better. We didn't restart the chat, so the messages remained, but I wasn't concerned.
Since 2013 YouTubers have faced criticism, his explanation seems reasonable. Despite active cheats on the map, nothing appeared too inconsistent. The thumbnails for the first 2 episodes resemble shots taken while flying, supporting his explanation. Case number 3. This wasn't the sole incident that compelled VINICCIUS13 to create a response video. Still in the 4th episode, titled The Redstone Knights, there were rumors that our hero had used creative mode to get horse saddles. Yes, the same item that Felipe Neto would cheat with 10 years later on a boat. See? Life imitates art. Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it, but anyway, basically, our heroes found a village in the desert. The blacksmith's chest contained precisely 2 saddles. At the same moment, just a few blocks away, they coincidentally found horses. At the time, people were suspicious of this incredibly lucky occurrence, as it was unknown if such luck was even possible. It's still difficult to determine if it would be possible today, as the old blacksmiths' houses in villages likely no longer exist. For regular players, this leaves room for suspicion. At the time, VINICCIUS13 made a statement addressing this issue.
Many people suspected Davey and I from the last episode, claiming we put a saddle in the blacksmith's chest, explaining why we found 2 saddles near horses, which they said was impossible. There's no way that could happen, so I wanted to prove it. I created a map based on a seed, and I'm going to rename it to Proof. Here, I'll put it in mode. Creative mode activated for faster flight, using redstone as the seed in lowercase, as we did before. I'm creating a new world. Loading phase, building terrain. I'll keep talking so you can see there's no editing. In the video, the little wolves already spawned right here, so there's no way I really spawned in this world just now. This is the location for our series. We discovered this ravine and are constructing our small house here, in case you don't recall clearly. Like, we closed off this ravine here. Some people said, how did you use so much dirt to close off this ravine? You know what, like, we just did this, guys. Just put a little dirt on top. Like, you don't need a lot of dirt, just about 25 at most. Man, can you imagine if every video I make, I have to prove to you guys the things that happen in the video? Guys, I'm getting a little sad, not sad, but I'm like, man, people don't trust me. Anything that happens, people already think I'm cheating. Why would I do that, guys? When have I ever lied to you about anything? When has anything ever happened for you to be suspicious of me? So look, just so you see. Here's the temple we went to and checked out, right? We got the items from the temple. And now I'm going to the village, which is back there, and I'm going to the blacksmith's house to prove to you that there will definitely be saddles there. Every time I tested it here, there were saddles, unless this time there aren't any, but there are saddles. Other people said, man, why would a saddle be in the blacksmith's house? What does iron have to do with it? I don't know, guys, but I know that saddles have this bottom part here. It could be iron, That's why. As you can see, there are 2 saddles here, just like in the video. It's really a saddle. And over there are some horses, just like in the video, guys. We didn't do anything. There are some horses here. Actually, they're different colors, but that doesn't matter, right? There are several horses here. There are some here. Actually, we kept the horses from this area here because there were some prettier horses here, but guys, no. Believe me, please, I would never lie to you, especially about such silly things. 1, 2 saddles, guys. I wouldn't steal a saddle. If I were to steal, it would be diamonds, not a saddle.
If I were going to steal, I'd steal diamonds. Why would I steal a saddle? VINICCIUS13, 2013. If he runs for office, he already has my vote. No man is more honest than him. Speaking of voting, have you heard of Hey Mayor? I'm creating an iPhone scholarship. Some random follower of mine on Instagram is going to get an iPhone 11 completely for free. For just 3 seconds and a click, follow me on Instagram for a chance to win nearly 3,000 reais. Don't waste time, go to Instagram now. But anyway, in this case there was no cheating either. Even though people were suspicious, and there was even a screenshot in the chat leaking the creative, I think we all agree that the guy was clean. And the worst part is that at the time, maybe because they didn't have much experience with these things, those comments really got into the influencers' heads. In another video, Vini keeps justifying himself, telling people to believe him and that he would always tell the truth.
I won't cut this episode, so you can decide if watching me mining is enjoyable or not. Because, like, guys, I'm already scared to post a video here and have you guys say I'm cheating. Seriously, man, I don't want that, guys. I don't want you to doubt me. Man, it's really cool to play in survival, to try to get things in survival. It's so cool, seriously. You have no idea. There's no reason for me to take stuff from creative. That would be really lame, man.
Right.
Seeing this, I even feel sorry, but we can't let ourselves fall for this man's talk. He's clever, guys, really clever. Case number 4. Another memorable occasion was an appearance in a series by David Jones. Vinicius13 had been invited to make a mob trap on the map until he found a very suspicious block.
I'll go there, hold on.
Hey, just... My god.
What group is this, man?
Here, take it. We won't use this here. It's messed up.
Grab the Andesito over there, man.
Throw that one. Throw that thing in the fire. Damn, Alibaba, dude.
Do you want it, man? How do you guys want Alibaba?
Show him, bro.
Smooth stone makes noise.
Grab a smooth stone.
But this is a smooth stone, man. No, that's too smooth.
Yeah, way too smooth.
Throw everything here, throw it on the smooth one, but you're talking about a smooth stone here, look at that!
Is that a smooth stone there, man?
No.
It's just a regular stone, not that specific one.
What kind of stone is that, man? I've never seen a smooth stone.
That one is this one right here, just without the middle texture.
How do you do that?
There's no way, man.
But where do you find that on the map?
Take this one, okay?
Only Alibaba is coming.
For those who don't know, until version 1.14 it was impossible to get the full smooth stone block in survival mode. According to the wiki, version 1.14 was released in 2019 while Davy Jones's video is from 2018. In other words, that stone was definitely obtained by Alibaba using creative mode. Despite this, VINICCIUS13 was not complicit in these actions and is still free from the allegations. But now, speaking of funny accusations, did you know that Paulo Vinicius has already been accused of lying about a sheep? Yeah, this story is really good too. First, check out this clip where the supposed lie happens.
Guys, this is the sacred tree. We can't take it down under any circumstances. There's a sheep hidden up here. In the first episode of the series, we found this tree with the sheep stuck and it's still here today. We can't destroy it, but let's go, Davi.
Is this the same tree that's been here since the series began? Many accused the man of lying, knowing it wasn't. For more context, reporter Super Lausau visits version 1.5 of the Automatic house, the story's setting. Alright man, we're here in the early versions of Minecraft, so let's create our world, man. For that, pick a cool name. We then choose the Redstone map seed, the same one used by VINICCIUS13 over a decade ago, and create the world. We're at the exact stage where In Search of the Automatic house takes place, beside the sacred tree. The sheep is up there, and the wolves keep trying to catch it, just like players in Free Fire, mirroring events from the Automatic house. Just like in the Automatic house, Vinicius broke the wood and the sheep died. If successful, make juice. If not, it's over. F sheep.
Look, just so you see, I'm going to break this sacred tree here. It's a sacred tree for the wolves. They really like it.
They're worshipping the tree.
They really like this tree a lot.
A lot.
There's a sheep up there. Want to see? When I break this, the sheep will fall. And then they'll... catch it!
Come on, that's cruel.
You mistreat animals, don't you, man?
Yeah, he mistreats them.
Get it, go on, get it. But I need wool, man. It's just that I don't have iron to shear her without having to kill her. Go. Nice.
Yeah, that's your hero. Coldly, he doesn't forgive the sheep. Comment down below, F sheep. Case number 5. Now, let's discuss a controversy that truly stunned the community when it occurred. During a regular episode of In Search of the Automatic house, a spawn egg appears in our hero's inventory. As you know, this item can only be obtained through cheating, so it would be solid proof of Vinicius13's crimes. I recall a significant discussion and investigation on Twitter about this, as it is indeed quite suspicious. Check out this tweet. Quote, "The problem is that the egg is behind the name of the item that the mouse is hovering over. So people argued that because the name of the item next to it overlapped the spawn egg that was in the inventory, this made the creative item 100% real. At the time, it caused such a stir that VINICCIUS13 himself cut this part out of the video to avoid more negative comments. Vinicius13, Itaya, what do you do when no one is watching?" The fact that Vinicius went so far as to cut that part of the video raised even more questions, but don't worry, Detective Leo Zhao is here. Digging deeper, we got to episode 248 of the series, Casa Automática. On that occasion, an Enderman stole a sand block from our hero's guardian farm.
Let's take this opportunity, guys, because this weekend the channel turns 8 years old. Wow, that's been a while. Let's celebrate with 2 episodes of Casa Automática. I know you'll enjoy them. Hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's new episode, which will be out on schedule. Hey, what's this here? Did someone steal something there? What happened? I think it was an Enderman, man. It has to be. What do you mean? Did they chase Brian off? What happened here?
Later in the video, another sand block vanishes from the farm, flooding everything. Upon careful inspection, Vinicius discovers the culprit behind these incidents.
Looking here, see? There's this corner that's going down, man. Ah, there's some creature in here. It must be the Ender. It must be. It's definitely him, right? The only creature that steals blocks. What a rascal, guys. Look at this rascal. Damn breaker, man. You're going to die, man. Loser. You'll break your mom's dam. I'll light it up here. No creatures will be around, right?
The thing is, if you pay close attention, when Vinny starts climbing a tower up there, there's a sudden cut in the video. At the exact moment it was cut, there were a few frames of him opening his inventory to get blocks, and as a result revealing that there was a spawn egg in it. Screenshots of the moment were recorded before the segment was removed from the original video. That's it, Super Lao Sao. He must have used creative mode. It's impossible to get an Enderman egg in survival. Actually, it's not quite like that. At the time, VINICCIUS13 made a statement saying the following: "It was supposed to be an Enderman egg, but my editor put a black egg." Looking closely, I believe the texture isn't wrong and it was indeed an Enderman egg. However, I think it was edited, especially because in the next video, recorded right after, he makes it clear that he wanted subscribers to look for something.
So guys, yesterday the extra episode of Casa Automática came out. It was episode 248, and man, we did something really crazy there. You have to watch it before you watch this one, because otherwise you're going to get a spoiler now. Have you watched it yet? Oh, by the way, I hid a really crazy Easter egg in the video. I don't think anyone managed to find it, so I'll give you a hint.
With this part, I think it became clear that it really was a deliberate prank. Taking the Enderman egg didn't make sense due to infinite farms. He justified himself with a comment in the end. I cut a part of this video because I had made an edit intending it to be an Easter egg, but most people didn't really get it. Yeah, it looks like once again we'll have to cover for the guy because he's as slippery as soap. Case number 6. Man, now let's talk about a series that definitely marked childhoods. Operation Redstone. In episode 15, the 2 participants decide to build an Enderman farm in the end, which requires finding the end portal. Due to the mod pack, they couldn't use Eyes of Ender to locate the portal as they lacked the required level, as if in a role-playing game. The solution was to search for the portal by traveling across the map and exploring dungeons along the way. Near the end of the video, they discover the end portal and react excitedly.
Everything there, if I'm not mistaken, is where the dragon is, man.
Where there's always a dragon, is there one here too? No, there's no dragon here. Damn, I can't believe it. Oh no, I can't believe it.
My dear Jesus, you found it, boy, but we have to switch then. The dance.
I can't believe we found this. We weren't supposed to, man.
How did we manage to find it, you know?
Damn, guys, we really found it. Was it really up here forever? Oh no, Forever said let's go up the mountain and check things out up there.
You already knew, right? Impossible.
Did you guys find it suspicious to have a portal right on top of an ice mountain? Yeah, so it turns out that the world of Redstone Operation was completely built by professional builders. The question is, was the portal really there in the original map? That was my first suspicion. The 2 troublemakers placed the portal there manually so they could build the Enderman farm they wanted. And to try to prove my theory, I got in touch with a builder who made the map to ask for the download. And as you can see from the conversation, General Zeo promptly helped with the investigation. However, he reminded me of something crucial. I needed to have the mods. Since it was a custom world, several blocks and structures would be missing without the series mod pack. I don't think I could even open the original map without it crashing. And there simply isn't a download for Operation Redstone anywhere on the internet. However, I wouldn't give up easily. This is where things get tough because it was a lot of work to figure out which mods were used in the series. I found a program called Named Binary Tag Explorer, which can look at the metadata of the original map files. So using it, we found a specific folder called Level Data, which had the information about the 70 mods used in the world. And then Super Lausau spent 2 hours searching for each mod on CurseForge to download them one by one. And it had to be the exact version they used, so one mod wouldn't conflict with another. Here's the final folder with all the mods. I spent hours searching and put in a lot of work. We could then enter the official map of the series, the stage for the Redstone Gang's videos. However, you won't believe it, it just gave an error and wouldn't open. All my work went down the drain. Just kidding, it actually worked. And yes, we are inside the official map of the series and still exactly at the same coordinates shown in VINICCIUS13's video, where theoretically there should be the portal. We can see that there's nothing there. In other words, the portal wasn't built by the builders or generated by any mod. This portal was made manually, obviously in creative mode. This mod pack was rushed and buggy, so they likely prepared things off camera. However, the definitive proof of creative mode is at the end of episode 16. They already had enough Eyes of Ender to finally activate the portal and enter the dimension. It turns out that before placing the last eye, you can notice that the portal was incorrect. 2 blocks on the left side were facing the wrong direction, so it would be literally impossible to activate this dimension. Keep in mind that these blocks are indestructible, just like bedrock. In summary, we've concluded that the YouTubers manually built this portal. In the video, there's an obvious cut where one player enters creative mode to fix and adjust the portal's direction. After the cut, everything returns to perfection, allowing the recording to proceed as planned. Display the before and after of the cut on the screen, clearly indicating that creative mode was used. For those who didn't get it, reporter Super Lausau will demonstrate it more clearly. So here's the question: why didn't Vini's portal function? To make the portal, it's no use placing it in a random orientation because in the end, when you finish the portal, it simply won't turn on. I think a lot of Minecraft players still don't know how to make the portal correctly, but it's really simple. Even in creative mode, man, the position is from the inside out. Here, look, you make all of them facing inward, then you just complete it with the eyes also facing inward, and that's it, the portal turns on, alright? So over there in Opera Zone Redstone, they went into creative mode to make the portal and to fix the portal. But Leo, in the original map there wasn't an end fortress. So it's totally plausible for them to do that, and in fact, I agree. They really had valid reasons to go into creative mode to continue the series, but what about the other episodes? Could it be because everything was bugged, or since they were rushing they didn't go into creative mode other times? What's your opinion? Comment down below. Case number 7. The fun is over as we now turn to one of the most questionable aspects in the entire story of In Search of the Automatic House. In episode 305 of the series, Vinicius and Davi were close to reaching 13,000 days on the same map.
We're back here at the Automatic House because something incredible is about to happen, Davizel. It's day 12,997, just 3 days away from the remarkable day 13,000. We must celebrate this milestone on the map, as 13 is a special number and 13,000 days is an incredible achievement. Don't you agree, Davizel?
Absolutely, Vinicius.
For those who don't know, within the game itself there's an indicator that shows how many days you've been active in that world. Each day in Minecraft equals 20 minutes in real life, and it's almost impossible to reset that counter during a regular survival. However, if we look into some old videos, we'll see some inconsistencies. During episode 51 of the series, instead of our heroes being on, I don't know, day 200 and something, they were only on day 4. Check out this part and the editor will highlight the day counter for you.
I'm at the Ocean Temple coordinates. Want to see Davy? 150. 1,780.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, and that doesn't make any sense, considering they had already surpassed 50 episodes. So what would be the explanation for that? Well, the all being time set day odds command, when it gets dark, if we use this command, Minecraft goes back to daytime. It's basically a command to make it day. However, one of the side effects is that it completely resets the F3 day counter. But Leo, there must be some other explanation for that. Well, back then I remember they hosted the world on a server, so if they suddenly made backups or played offline, maybe some bug could have reset the day counter. However, it's not that simple, and I'll explain to you why I don't believe that. After watching many episodes, I found out that exactly in episode 40, they had hosted the world. They had hosted the map on a multiplayer server. Check it out.
Guys, here's the deal. We're here now with a new server, finally, right? For those who didn't know, before we had a homemade server, right? I was the one hosting the server at home, but over time, the map got really big, guys. So, what happened? It started to get really laggy for Davy. For me, it was fine, right? After all, I was the one hosting it and everything. But my internet only has 2 megabytes of upload speed, so it got really bad for Davi to connect, right? Because there were already a lot of mobs. There are a lot of mobs, right? A lot of sheep. A lot of different farms, right, Davy?
So keep this information in mind. In episode 40, they hosted the world on the server. However, in episode 51 of the series, they were only on day 4. In that interval from episode 40 to episode 51, let's be honest, they should have been on much later days than just day 4. And something ultra mega suspicious happens exactly in the next episode, where it seems like my bro Vinicius13 let something slip and basically produced evidence against himself.
I was searching for the in-game time and noticed we're on day 1033. It's been nearly 3 years on this server. Davi, isn't that incredible? 1033 days. The difficulty is 2.38. I'm not sure what that means.
In the next episode, Vinny suddenly feels compelled to prove himself by mentioning he's on day 1000 and something. With all due respect, obviously, but I think he noticed that it slipped in the previous video that he was on day 4. He wanted to fix it immediately. It didn't make sense. From one video to the next, from day 4 to day 1000 and something. Some might think it's a coincidence or a bug, but unfortunately it's not. This happened again in the following episodes. In episode 65, he presses F3, revealing he is on day 160.
Next, look, F3 there on the light, it'll be there, 12, block 12, right? As I move away, here it goes down, see? If it's at 7 here, the Enderman can go.
And it doesn't stop there, because a few episodes later, around episode 75, again the day counter shows a lower number. Notice that it was only showing 112 days.
To avoid this issue, I'll leave everything at height 64, then we'll resume the tests.
These were not isolated cases. It happened again in episodes 78 and 81. Pay attention to the highlighted day counter, as it's always on a lower day, indicating that a command was used.
A place here, man, to be able to take them. I'm not going to take them. He first looks for a portal at layer 64, where we are, right? 64 here, I accidentally took a screenshot there.
Our conclusion so far is almost unquestionable. Is there something wrong in VINICCIUS13's world? There's a chance it's a bug in the backups. Perhaps when he finishes recording and immediately makes a backup, it causes an issue. However, this is unlikely because until version 1.7, the F3 information in Minecraft didn't include a day counter. The information provided was very different before version 1.8 and lacked a day indicator. Casa Automática started before version 1.8. In short, I think Vinicius13 was unaware that the timeset command would reset the counter. I believe Vinicius13 likely forgot about the day counter in the F3. And because of that, in the middle of the gameplay, so he wouldn't have to sleep, he used this command off screen. But that's just my opinion, and I'm here to share it with you. Don't take this too seriously, you know? Don't spread hate. Most likely, I'm the one who's gonna get hate from Vinicius13's fans. But anyway, man, I've really been following these guys since I was a kid. Making this video was really satisfying. In Casa Automática, there's no crazy proof of creative mode. It's really just about the time set day thing. This whole playlist, the creative marathon, and all the YouTubers we exposed was just for fun. Everyone watches the content that entertains them the most, and that's it. Thank you all for the support. If it weren't for God, you guys, and creative, I probably wouldn't be here today. Follow me on Instagram, Accusations13. Thanks.